Hello, I'm here to demonstrate the strategy, retell the story. The story I would read for doing retell a story would be The Three Billy Goats Gruff. This would be for kindergarten, first grade. The first thing we would do we would be reading the story. We'd read the whole story through, all the way to the end. And then we would introduce a new concept, which is a rope, but I have a ribbon that has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 knots, which are, each knot represents one thought from the story, which is this. This is the rope. After you read Billy Goat's Gruff, you will ask the children to retell the story to you. The story would go from the beginning to the end. So the words you would use would be these. Characters. Who are the characters? Where was the setting of the book? What was the problem of the book? What was the event 1? Event 2 would be like next. Event 3 would be then. Event 4 would be finally. And the ending would be circle book to solve problem. So each, as we read, we would say, okay, who are the characters? The Billy Goats. 3 of them, and the troll. What was the setting? Outside, in a meadow, across a bridge, and on and on. Every knot would be something in the book, an event. But this really shows you that when it comes to this, it makes a circle. And by the end of this, you will be, by the time you get to the end of the circle, or the rope, it will be solving. You have to solve the problem from the beginning. You should have already solved the problem in doing the rope. There are also languages you should use, which I wrote them down on this one. Who were the main characters? What problems did the main characters experience? What did the trolls experience? They were having trouble getting over the bridge because of a mean old troll. How was the problem solved? Well, the big Billy Goat, I think it was the big one, or whoever, as they read it, he was the one. Okay, how did the story end? The story ended with the Billy Goats getting over and eating grass. What happened on the first of the book? What happened next? And what happened last? The success of this strategy is to think about what you're reading. You need to stop and reread if you can't remember. So retelling, let me go back. Retelling is a very, very important strategy to teach kindergarten, first, second, so they can remember to stop when they're reading and make sure they know what they're reading and they remember what was on the first page. If you get to like the middle and you think, oh, I forgot some of that, you can always go back and reread it, because more than likely you will be having to retell this story to your teachers as main characters, events, settings, what happened, all this. And this rope, it's a very, very, very good thing to have, because you'll remember the events. Event, like number one is characters. Number 2 is setting. Number 3 is problem. Number 4 is event 1. Number 5 is event 2, which is next. Event 3 is then. Okay, and this is 6, would be event 3 was then, and that's 7. Event 4 is finally, and ending would be what happened, how did it all end, and did the problem get solved? More than likely it did. And then as you read another book, it'll go back again. This is a very good thing to have hanging in your room with, actually it should be at every, I don't want to see this day up. No, it don't. You could have it at every knot, which mine is not, but I could make it that way. Or you could have labels on it. This is a very good thing to have sitting in your or hanging in your room for your children. And the points I'm trying to say would think about what you are reading. Stop and reread if you can't remember. And remember these words to help. First, next, then, last, finally. When reading a story to your class, make sure they always listen to every part of the story. Stop and ask them questions. Make sure they know what you're reading before you go on. And then hopefully by the end or the middle of the year, they'll know what you're doing. So this is the way that you retell the story, such as The Three Billy Goats Gruff by Paula Caldon, which you can take any book, and I've got an older book, but any book with character settings would be a wonderful book to read in this retelling the story. Thank you.